and welcome back to the Study Hack series. This is the 39th study hack in this series. In this one we'll be answering the question, but can't I just resit an exam if I don't do well in it or if I miss it? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button so you can get notifications about free study advice. Okay, so again we're going to start with a quote, which is, "Stage is much more intimidating than going before the cameras because you can really screw up and can't do a retake." That was by Daniel Radcliffe. So essentially what you have is a load of students who say, okay, can't I just resit an exam if I don't do well in it, or if I miss it? Isn't it okay for me to do that? That's like a backup, as a sort of insurance just in case I don't do well. And that they use that as an excuse for not going all in on their first attempt. So we're going to explore that and whether that's actually a good idea in this video. So the first thing about a retake, if you think about it, if you don't do well in the first exam and you're forced to resit, or you miss it, then what you have to do is learn all the content for that exam again. Okay? And especially if that retake or that exam is like a few months or even a year after you sat it the first time, then you're going to forget a lot of that content. So you're going to have to learn it all again, and that's going to take time and effort and energy. Okay, so that's the first reason. The second reason that it's not great to retake is that if you're retaking a GCSE exam, let's say you just did your GCSEs, and you're retaking that, then well, when are you going to retake it? It'll be in your A-level year, right? So it's going to interfere with your A-levels and your other exams. And A-level students have a lot of work to deal with anyway. Having another retake in there, GCSE retake, isn't ideal for them, okay? So it's just adding more workload on, and it's unnecessary workload, okay, if you have the right attitude. The third reason is you may be missing out. So for example, a lot of your friends and family members and stuff will have their actual grade, they won't have to resit and they'll have their grade, and you won't have your grade yet because you'll be resitting it, so you don't know exactly what you've gotten for that exam, okay, and that can provide students with bad feelings of uncertainty and also missing out, when other people have already gotten their grades. The fourth thing is there are actually no guarantees that you'll do better the second time round, or the third time round if you're resitting again, because again, you have to start from zero. You're at 0%, so you have to accumulate marks again in that paper. It's not like you start at an advantage, and sometimes what happens is people resit an exam and they do even worse. So you have to think about it from that aspect as well. There are no guarantees that you're actually going to do better. There's a chance that you could either get the same mark or even do worse. Okay? And finally, sometimes, for example, at university for us, it was capped if we did a resit. So for example, in the first attempt, you can get anything you want, any percentage you want, all the way up to 100%, obviously. But in a resit, if you didn't do that well in the exam, or if you missed it, then the resit exam, you could actually only get a maximum mark of 40%. In other words, it was capped. So if people were retaking that exam, and let's say they got 80%, it didn't matter. It was capped at 40. So the maximum possible mark they could get was 40, and that actually had a massive negative impact on their overall grade. Okay? And that is another reason for not relying on resits. So all of these reasons, the action step would be to use all of these reasons as motivation to do it right the first time, to put all your energy and effort to making sure you do really, really well in the first attempt at an exam, so you don't have to resit and go through all of this. So we go through them again, having to learn content again. You have other exams that you'll be interfering with, missing out when your friends and family are getting their grades, with uncertainty about what you're going to get. No guarantees you're going to do better. And finally, sometimes exams are capped, at a certain percentage. Okay, so please like this video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next study hack.